1. Introduction. My name is Nina. I work in a big company in the city. I work hard every day. My job is important to me and I want to do well. My boss is Mike. He is smart, tall, and very serious at work. Everyone respects him. I always try to do my best. I want him to see me as a good worker. One evening, we had a big project. We had to stay late at the office to finish it. Other workers went home. Soon, only Mike and I were left. The office became very quiet. I could hear only the sound of computers. I felt tired, but the project was not finished. Mike looked at me. He gave a small smile. He said, "Let's finish this together, Nina." His voice was calm. When he said that, I felt a new, warm feeling in my heart. It made the late night feel different. We continued to work side by side. We talked about the project. We finished it after many hours. It was very late. The city outside was dark. Mike turned to me. He looked happy the work was done. He said, "Nina, you worked very hard tonight. You did a great job." He paused. Then he said, "How about we go for a drink? Just to relax after all this work." I was surprised. My heart beat a little faster. I felt nervous. Going for a drink with my boss, Mike, this was new. It felt more personal than work. I thought for a moment I could say no. I was tired. But something inside me wanted to say yes. I looked at him. His eyes were kind. "Yes," I said. "I would like that, Mike. A drink sounds good." I smiled. He smiled back. We packed our things. We left the quiet office together. The night outside was cool. This late night created a new connection between us. I did not know what would happen next. I only felt a little excited. A different night. We left the office and walked to a small bar. It was not far. The night air was cool. Inside, the lights were soft and warm. Quiet music played. It was a cozy place. We found a small table and sat down. It felt like a secret place. Mike ordered 2 drinks. We began to talk. At first, we spoke about work, the big project we had just finished. But soon, our conversation changed. We talked about our personal lives. He asked me about my family and hobbies. I told him about my dreams. He shared details about his past and hopes. It felt easy and natural to talk to him. We laughed together often. That night, I saw a new side of Mike. At work, he was serious and focused. But here, in the soft light of the bar, he was different. He smiled often. His laugh was warm. He listened to my every word with great attention. His eyes were kind and gentle. He seemed more open and relaxed. This was not the strict boss I knew. This was a new Mike, a gentle man. I felt very comfortable and happy. A new connection began to grow between us. We ordered more drinks. We talked for a long time. The hours passed quickly. I felt a wonderful sense of ease. Perhaps we drank a little too much. The world around me felt a bit soft and blurred. When the bar finally closed, it was very late. The city streets were quiet. I do not remember how we left or walked. The next thing I recall was being at his apartment. It was in a tall building, many floors up. Through the large window, the city lights shone brightly. It was a breathtaking view, like a sparkling carpet below us. My heart was beating quickly. I felt nervous, but also excited. Mike turned to me. He looked into my eyes and said my name softly. His voice was gentle. In that moment, everything shifted between us. This night was no longer just a friendly drink. It became something much deeper, truly significant. It was a special night, a defining moment that changed our relationship forever. Our lives and how we saw each other would never be the same. This evening marked a new beginning. 3, our secret. After that special night, everything felt different. At work, Mike was still my serious boss. He did not act like anything had changed between us. He talked about projects and deadlines just like before. I also tried to act normal. I worked hard and kept my distance from him during office hours. But when we were not at the office, he was a different person. He was my lover. We started to meet in secret. We could not let anyone at work know about us. This made our time together feel more exciting, but also a little scary. We often met at his apartment, far from the eyes of our colleagues. Sometimes we went to small, quiet restaurants where nobody knew us. We never held hands in public. We never looked at each other too long at work. It was our secret world, a world just for us. Mike was very caring and thoughtful. He sent me sweet messages during the day, even when we were both at the office. These small notes made me smile and feel special. After work, he would often cook dinner for me. He made delicious food, and we talked for hours about our lives and dreams. He listened to me, and I listened to him. He was passionate, and he showed me how much he cared with every touch and every word. Sometimes he called me my love. These words made my heart feel warm and full, making me forget all worries. I knew that our relationship was wrong. He was my boss, and I was his employee. People at work would not understand. It could cause many problems for both of us if our secret came out. My mind told me this every day, reminding me of the danger. But my heart did not listen. Every time I saw Mike, every time he smiled at me with that gentle look, I forgot all the reasons why we should not be together. My feelings for him were too strong to ignore, too deep to push away. We spent many nights like this, just the two of us, hidden from the world. We watched movies, read books together, and simply enjoyed each other's company in his quiet apartment. These moments were precious because they were only ours. They were hidden from everyone else, a private bubble of happiness. We built a small, secret world where our love could grow freely. It was a risky game, a dangerous secret, but I did not want it to end. I felt happy and loved, even with the secret hanging over us. I just wanted to be with him, no matter what. The thought of losing him made me sad. Our secret was a beautiful but dangerous part of our new life together. 4. People talk. One day, Nina started to feel something strange at work. When she walked by, she heard quiet voices. People whispered. She felt their eyes on her. It made her feel uncomfortable. She tried to ignore it, but the feeling grew stronger each day. She wondered what they were talking about. Was it about her, or was it about her and Mike? The office felt different now. The happy feeling she had after meeting Mike was slowly leaving her. She felt a new worry in her heart. Her friend, who worked in accounting, came to her desk. Her friend looked serious. "Nina," she said softly, "you need to be careful. The manager is watching you and Mike. People talk a lot in this office. Everyone sees things. Be careful with your heart and your job." Nina's heart felt cold. She knew her friend was right. The secret was not a secret anymore. Other people knew. The whispers were real. This news made Nina very nervous. She felt like everyone was watching her every move. After this, Mike started to change. He was not the same at work. He did not smile at Nina anymore. He avoided her in the hallways. His messages became very short. He only talked about work, and his voice was very serious. Nina felt a distance between them. It was like a wall was growing. She missed the kind Mike she knew after work. She missed his smiles and his long messages. She felt sad and worried. What was happening to them? She wanted to ask him, but he seemed too busy. One evening, just before it was time to leave, Mike called Nina to his office. His face was tired. His eyes looked sad. Nina walked in slowly. Her heart beat fast. She knew this talk would not be easy. Mike closed the door. He sat down and looked at her. "Nina," he said, his voice quiet, "my boss thinks something is happening between us. He suspects our relationship." Nina felt a sudden fear. She waited for him to say more. Her hands were shaking slightly. "We need to stop seeing each other," Mike continued. "We have to end this now. It is important to protect our jobs." Nina felt a sharp pain in her chest. She could not believe his words. "You want to stop because of your job?" she asked him. Her voice was small. Mike looked away. He did not look at her eyes. "It is not only my job, Nina," he said. "It is your job too. I do not want to hurt you. If people know, it will be bad for both of us." Nina felt lost. Everything was falling apart. 5. The bad news. My heart felt very heavy. After Mike said we must stop seeing each other, I cried a lot that night. I felt like I lost something very important. It was like a part of me was gone forever. I could not stop my strong feelings for him. I knew it was difficult, but I still wanted to be with him. I told him exactly how I felt. "I love you," I said to him, my voice soft. I hoped he would say something back. I wanted him to tell me he loved me too, but he did not speak. He just looked away from me. His silence hurt me more than any words could. It made me feel very alone. The next days at work were incredibly hard. Mike changed a lot. He was not the same person I knew outside of work. He acted very cold and distant. He did not smile at me anymore. He did not say hello in the morning when he passed my desk. When he talked to me, it was only about work matters. He gave me tasks and asked about reports with a flat, emotionless voice. He never called me to his office anymore, not even for important discussions. If he passed me in the hallway, he looked at the floor or quickly at his phone. He clearly avoided my eyes. It was like I was just another employee, nothing special to him. This coldness made my heart ache every single day. I wanted to talk to him, but I felt I could not. There was a big, painful distance between us now. Then, one quiet afternoon, I received an email. It was from Human Resources, HR. The email asked me to come to a meeting in their office later that day. My hands started to shake immediately. I felt a cold fear spread quickly in my stomach. I knew deep down that this was not good news. I walked slowly to the HR office. My legs felt weak and heavy with every step. Inside, 2 people were waiting for me at a big table. They looked very serious. They did not smile at all. They told me that my job contract was ending soon. They said it was because of company reorganization. They used many formal words, but I did not believe them for a moment. I knew the real reason very well. It was because of Mike and me. It was because of our secret relationship. My time at the company was officially over. I was fired. My entire world felt like it was falling apart completely around me. 6. The last day, Nina walked to Mike's office. Her heart felt very heavy. She had just heard the bad news. Her hands still shook a little. She opened his door slowly. Mike looked up from his computer. He saw her sad face. "They are firing me," she said. Her voice was quiet. Mike stood up fast. He looked shocked. "What? No, I will fix this, Nina. I promise." He left his office quickly. Nina waited alone. Every minute felt long. She thought about their secret love. It was ending like this. She felt sad and a little angry. Mike came back after some time. His face was red. He looked angry and sad. He closed the door. "I tried, Nina," he said. His voice was low. "I swear I tried my best. I spoke to my boss. I told him it was not fair. But they said the decision was final. There was nothing more I could do." Nina felt a tear. She looked at him. "You are my boss. You have power here, but you could not protect me. You could not save my job." Mike walked closer. He held her hand softly. "I will quit too," he said. "I will not stay here. We can start fresh together." Nina shook her head. "No, Mike. You must not do that. Your job is important. Your career is important. I do not want to ruin your life. I do not want you to lose everything because of me." She pulled her hand away gently. This was her last day. It was hard to believe. She looked at his face one last time. Her heart felt much pain. She turned and walked out of his office. Her eyes were full of tears. She did not look back. She knew this was the end of many things. It was the end of her job. It was the end of their secret love. It was the last day she would work here. It was a very sad day. 7, a new start. I found a new job. It was at a smaller company, not in the big city. The office was not as modern as my old one. My pay was lower, but I felt free. There were no secrets here, and I had no fear. This new start felt important. It was a chance to build a new life. I worked hard to learn everything. I wanted to do well. My new boss was kind. She smiled often. She was different from Mike. I liked the new, quiet environment. It was a fresh beginning. Still, my mind often went back to Mike. I thought of him often. Sometimes on the street I saw a tall man. For a second I thought it was him. My heart beat fast. Then I saw it was not him, and my heart felt sad. It was hard to forget. The memories were clear. I remembered his smile, his voice, and our nights. These thoughts came when I was alone. They came when I was quiet. It was part of my past. I needed to let go, but it was not easy. One afternoon, my phone made a sound. It was a new message. I looked. The name was Mike. My hands shook a little. I opened the message. It said, "I miss you." Just 3 words, but they brought many feelings. I sat for a long time looking at it. Should I reply? My heart wanted to, but my mind said no. I remembered the pain. I remembered losing my job. I remembered his silence then. I knew I had to be strong. I put my phone down. I did not reply. It was a hard decision, but I made it. I decided to focus on my new life. I put energy into my work. I learned new things every day. I made new friends in the office. We went for lunch. We talked and laughed. It was good to have new people. I also started new hobbies. I went to a cooking class. I started reading more books. I filled my days with positive things. I wanted a future that was only mine, a future without secrets, without sadness, a future where I controlled my own happiness. It would take time, but I was ready. I told myself I would never fall in love at work again. It was a rule. Love and work did not mix well for me. But sometimes, late at night, a memory would come. I would remember Mike saying my name, a soft whisper, a gentle sound. I would think about the past, but then I would think about my new day. My new job, my new friends. This was my new start. I was going to make it a good one. 8, my lesson. Looking back now, I can see everything clearly. My time with Mike, my old boss, was a big part of my life. Our love felt real and strong. I truly believed that. But I also understand now that it was a mistake. It was a big mistake because it happened in the wrong place. We were boss and employee. This made everything difficult. In the end, it caused much sadness and pain. I lost my job because of our secret relationship. That was a hard lesson to learn. Sometimes love can feel good, but the situation can be wrong. This kind of love can hurt more than just feelings. It can hurt your future and break your dreams. The whole experience was very painful for me. After I was fired, I felt lost and sad for many days. I cried a lot. I thought I would never feel truly happy again. My heart felt broken. But slowly, I started to put myself back together. I understood that this deep pain was also a teacher. It showed me how strong I could really be inside. It showed me that I could survive even the hardest times. Mike taught me about love, yes, but he also taught me about deep pain. He showed me how strong love can feel, but also how much it can hurt when the situation is not right. Today, I still think of Mike sometimes. I care for him, yes, but I know we cannot be together. That chapter of my life is now closed. I learned many important things from it. I learned about personal boundaries. I learned about protecting myself and my heart. I learned that my happiness is my own responsibility. Sometimes I walk past the old office building. I see the windows where we worked late. I remember his smile, his kind words, his voice. For a moment, it feels like yesterday. But then I smile too. I smile because I got through it. I survived that difficult time. Love made me fall, yes. It made me fall hard and deep, but it also helped me grow into a stronger, wiser person. I am not the same Nina from before. I am more careful now, but also more confident. I know what I want in life and what I do not want. I know my own value. This lesson was hard, but it changed me for the better. And now, I understand one very important truth. My heart does not belong to my boss. It does not belong to my lover. My heart belongs only to me. It is mine to protect, to care for, and to decide who to share it with. This is my biggest lesson of all.